jeez.
There it goes. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to another Tuesdays with Stories. I'm Joe List. That's Rebecca Donaldson. Wake up, San Francisco. Wake up.
Hey.
Dun-dun-dun. Were you a Full House guy?
I was sadly, yeah. You could not watch that show.
Yeah, I was obsessed with it. I remember.
Really?
I remember when it was back on Fridays. It was
Wow.
TGIF.
Yes.
It started. I mean, when I say obsessed, I mean that show came out. It started in '86 or '87, so I was 5. You know,
Uh-huh.
so I was really into it. You got it, dude.
Right.
And it was a real thing for us.
Yeah, it was. It was big, and we were so young that I actually thought Joey was funny.
Of course. Well, it's funny you say that. Perfect segue.
Oh, right,
We
right.
didn't even plan this. I just went and saw Dave Coulier
Oh my God.
this weekend, and we're comics. He's a comic. We're
Yeah.
brothers in arms. We're one and the same. You know.
Sure.
And we're not critics. We're not here to poo-poo comedy because he's out there trying to make a living, doing a very commendable profession.
Uh-huh.
But let's just say he's not my cup of tea.
Howdy and fig.
And then, well, I'll put it out there. He's not my cup of tea.
Uh-huh.
And then I'll do a couple of his bits.
Please.
And let the audience make their own assessments.
Oh boy, I'm excited about this.
If you will. So I go to see Dave Coulier. My friend Dan Bulger, past guest, is opening, as is Ken Reed, who's one of the funniest guys. I'm dying to have him on this podcast.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, so they're opening. So we go over there. Everyone goes. It's a big hang. And I'm like, I got to see Coulier, you know. I'm fascinated. I've worked with Danny Tanner,
Yeah.
a.k.a. Bob Saget, a few times. We're kind of
Bob Saget.
buddies. And so I go to watch Dave Coulier. He's clean. Danny Tanner, filthy.
Right.
Joey Gladstone, clean.
Cut it out.
Yes, he sells T-shirts and hats that say "Cut It Out."
Uh-huh.
He also has the word.
Right.
What was that guy? Ranger Joe.
Yeah, the woodpecker or the wood knobber.
I think he was a beaver. He was a beaver for sure.
Yeah, beaver.
I forget his name though, but Woodchuck. Maybe it was a woodchuck.
I think it was a woodchuck.
It was a woodchuck.
Yeah.
His name was Chuck, I think maybe.
It might have been Chuck.
Probably Chuck. I'm
Probably.
just assuming it was Chuck. Anyway, so here's a couple of snippets from his act. Boy, I was on an airplane the other day. They have that drug-sniffing dog. They ought to get Scooby-Doo to be the drug-sniffing dog. Why haven't they done that? I smell a doobie-doo. That is a word-for-word
Wow.
bit. That's the bit.
He's a grown-up.
I smell a doobie-doo.
Holy hell.
And then he goes, wouldn't you like to break into the cockpit and just do voices in there? Hey, SpongeBob. I don't know SpongeBob, but he does a SpongeBob thing, and then he does an
Right.
act out of the people on the plane confused, going, what? They're looking around like, is SpongeBob flying the plane?
Yeah.
They don't put it together. And then towards the end, he plays harmonica. He's a great harmonica player.
Uh-huh.
And it's a restless crowd. It's Boston, so it's kind of these angry, Boston people want it hard and fast.
Yeah.
And even if, people, they boo, like, Cosby, well, that's
Sure.
a weird example now,
Yeah.
but who doesn't?
Lenny Clark.
Lenny Clark. And so they hate everything. And so he goes, hey, you guys want to hear some music? And some guy goes, no. And then Joey Gladstone just plays it off. He goes, no, this guy over here. Of course you do. And he pulls out a harmonica, plays an 8-minute harmonica solo. No joke.
Yeah.
Just playing that like John Popper.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, except less fat.
Right.
God,
God, I could never ask an audience, do you want to hear this?
Right.
That's just a setup for failure.
It's weird when these comedians do music with no joke. I saw a comedian in Boston one time, a guitar act, and he was just doing crowd work, and he goes, what's your name? And the woman goes, Melissa. And he goes, oh, Sweet Melissa, one of my favorite songs. And he just played Sweet Melissa by the Allman Brothers in its entirety.
Wow.
Crossroads! And you're
Yeah.
like, well, that's not a joke. You can't just sing a song.
Oh, great song.
Yeah, terrific song,
Yeah.
but what the fuck?
Wow.
I'm here to see comedy. And the whole crowd, he ends, and they're just like, okay. But that's what Gladstone does, too.
Yeah.
He's just playing the harmonica for like 8 minutes. And then he goes, folks, here's some, he gives you like a warning. I never want to do a bit where I'm like, all right, folks, here's the setup of this bit. Like it's a song, like it's
Yeah.
storytellers, He goes, here's some non sequitur stuff that doesn't quite fit into the rest of the act. So I'll just do it with some music in between. So he's like, I went to the beach with my dad. He got up and went for a walk. I go, hey, get back here.
Oh, boy.
He goes, yeah, my aunt got a boob job done. It's going to look pretty good when she gets the other one done. And a lot more like that. Did 75 minutes. He's working on a special.
75.
Yeah.
I kind of want to see the act.
You got to see it. It's going to be a special. But he seems like a sweet guy, and
Yeah.
it's fun. But I think it's almost like for kids. I think my niece would enjoy it,
Yeah, that makes sense.
possibly.
Wow, and it's probably a full room, huh? A full house.
Aha! That wasn't bad.
I'll take it.
I liked it.
Maybe I'll sell that to him.
It was like a 3/4 full, but not super full. But it was getting restless. You could tell because they were drunk, I think, and they were like, "What is this?"
Wow.
Because some people go just to see Uncle Joey,
Right.
but some people go to see comedy, and they're like, "What's going on here?"
Sure.
It's their children.
Yeah, Coulier. Oof.
Oh, and then they play, and then you know about the "You Ought to Know" song.
Yes.
So that's like a whole thing. It's about him. He cheated on Alanis Morissette,
Right.
and she wrote this song about him. It's this whole controversy. So one of the waitresses is like tells the sound guy, she's like, "You should play that song."
Uh-huh.
And the kid's like, "Okay." So
Oh, wow.
So Dave Coulier like kind of doesn't eat it, but struggles for 75 minutes. I got the scoop. He was upset.
Yeah.
Because the guy was like, "No," and people were starting to heckle. It was getting restless. But he seems like such a nice guy that he's like hard to be like, "Fuck you, you suck." Because he's like friendly and nice. So it was not a good set. And then it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't good. And then he gets off, and it's blasting. You ought to know. And it's about him. It's probably this horrible
Right.
time in his life.
Yeah.
And a million people have asked him about it, so I think he was pissed.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was like, what are you guys doing? He's not. And this is Friday night. He's going to come back the next night.
Yeah.
So I'm like, he obviously hates you in the club and everyone here. He hates the city.
Right. Next show, they should play him off with everywhere you look,
Oh, yeah.
everywhere
I think
you go.
I think he comes out to that. There's
a place to hold. I don't know.
a beautiful morning.
Morning.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I knew remember Family Matters?
No.
Wait, that was Doug. Hold on.
No, that was yeah.
Yeah, Family. It started off with some piano.
It was very similar.
Yeah, they were very dead on. What was that fucking song?
Did we talk about this before? Did you know that Urkel wasn't originally on the show?
Yeah, but
he
he
was like
was-
a guest, and they kept him on
He was
there.
killing.
Yeah, the show finally worked because of him. Jaleel White.
Yeah,
who
yeah.
I think is hot.
Is he a good-looking guy?
I think he's a hot guy. That's what I've heard.
Stefan.
I don't personally think he's hot, but that's what I've heard.
Oh, interesting. Because you'd think he'd be again. You'd see him again.
Yeah, sometimes those roles they become.
It's a curse.